Al-Tahadi FC of Libya next Wednesday. The arena, which is currently going through a facelift, is in a more improved state with few works to be done. The patchy pitch is now looking green with an expansion of the stands to accommodate more spectators. Albert Comey is the CEO of Aduana Stars.
We need to come home and prepare very well. We've started training, and then we continue until the match comes off on 21st, Wednesday 21st. I would also say that we've seen some small areas that we need to address, which we want to make sure that we do. Both management and technical will set off already in terms of whatever that we have to do. We'll come out to some press releases and then also to make people to know the direction in which we are thinking. We'll settle on the pricing, 30 cities and then 20 cities. And very soon we're going to announce that, and to make sure that at least all those who are coming knows that they will not come to spend their money for nothing. We're seeing what you can do to make the place also lively and that kind of thing. So a lot of work is ongoing. I can't say much now than to assure the public that we know that we have a deficit, but we plan to make sure that we redeem it and if possible eliminate them.
All right, staying with continental football action, Vice President of the Ghana Football Association, George Makwesi says Kumasi Asante Kotoko must prepare themselves for intimidation from Congolese side Kara Brazzaville when they play them on Wednesday. The Ghana Giants will travel to Congo for the second leg of the prelim stage of the CAF Confederations Cup after beating Kara a goal to 0 here in Kumasi. But Kotoko were awarded 4 penalty kicks in the game against Kara, but failed to capitalize on that and scored from only 1 from the 4. Now, the Vice President of the FA has sounded a word of caution to Asante Kotoko, insisting the Congolese side will intimidate them. He says, and I quote, "Anyone who says Kara will not intimidate Kotoko is telling lies. The Congolese national team came to play in Kumasi, and we treated them well. But when we went to Brazzaville, it was hell of time for us." He spoke to Asempa FM. Now, meanwhile, former Chief Executive Officer of Asante Kotoko, Mr. Jarvis Ripra, has also sounded a note of caution to the team, saying it's going to be a difficult task for the team back in Brazzaville.
It's going to be very, very difficult. By saying that, I don't mean that we cannot overcome whatever happens. I remember the first time that we won the African Cup. We played the first leg at the ATIASE Stadium against Engelbert of Kinshasa. The score was 1-1, and we went to Congo to beat them 2-1 to bring the cup to Ghana. I remember I watched the match from the stands of the center line area. I still have a picture of Kalale's goal, Robert Mensah picking the ball from the net and urging the supporters to clap for that goal. Something that was very tough for Kotoko supporters to do. But because of the confidence we had in Robert Mensah and the team, we clapped for the goal. The goal against Asante Kotoko, not a goal that was giving us the cup. But when we went to Congo, we were able to beat them there and bring the trophy. But it was a tough match. Then we're going to have a very tough match in Brazzaville. I don't believe that anybody will say that it's going to be an easy thing, but I have a belief that we can overcome.
All right, now let's do some more, and let's do something on the Gold Coast Commonwealth Games slated for April in Australia. Now, one of Ghana's participants at the Games will be Rafael Bochio Nkebe. He is the para-athlete who is currently the 100-meter champion. Nkebe is expected to leave for South Africa to fine-tune for the competition and has been speaking to Love Sports.
It's a dream for any para-athlete or any able athlete in the world to be in Olympics, Commonwealth or All-African Games. Even though I've been 3-time Paralympian, this is my second time going to the Commonwealth. It's a dream to represent your nation in the highest level that you can. So anytime you got this opportunity like this, being an athlete and para-athlete, you feel so proud of, feel so honored for all the hard work you have been putting for the previous years. Time to come, this nation will be raising that flag of Ghana. Preparation aspect has been going well. Me being a professional elite athlete, I know how to prepare myself ahead of all this competition. I got my I participated in the sanction event in the US. That was last year in May. So I was just waiting for the confirmation of my going to the Commonwealth, and it came. But I was training because of I know I'll be going to South Africa early this month. So I'll be prepared training on the road. I'll be competing in the 1500 in the Commonwealth game 1500. So I'm looking forward for it. Even though I'm a sprint runner, I'm all-round event runner. I can run from 100 meters up to marathon. I compete with the best. So and I've been in the OCC for almost this is my third time. All my second time have been silver. So my aim this day is to break through to.
Okay, so from silver, his aim is to get to the gold medal. Now, finally, from the local front, FIFA assistant referee DELALI, who is a circuit court registrar, is alleged to have diverted and pocketed unspecified sums of money in court fines and fees. This was after Justice Miss Sophia Kufu dispatched 3 top auditors of the Judicial Service to probe embezzlement at the Ajabane District Court in Accra. A source close to the registrar's office hinted the Daily Graphic that a diversion of court fees and fines was a practice at the Ajabane Court Registry spanning many years. The 3-month investigation undertaken by the Daily Graphic established that conviction to a fine of 2,400 in a case of the Republic versus Eritrea paid by the convict on May 17, 2017 was diverted and embezzled by the 2 cashiers. Now, the Daily Graphic also gathered that the investigation instituted by the audit team established by the Chief Justice will take a month to complete. All right, it's 10 minutes after 3, and before we even bring you the foreign tidbits, let me just remind you that if you are as big a sports fan as I am, then it's time you tried one of Betway's weekly jackpots. Every week, there is over 10,000 Ghana cedis on the line, just waiting to be won with bonus prizes. And you get to decide how your dreams come true. Correct score and match results. Betway has 3 different jackpots for you to choose from. And with multi-line betting, you can add even more combinations to your picks. So what are you waiting for? Take your shot at being the next Betway millionaire. Visit www.betway.com.gh to register today. Betway, bet the responsible way.
It wasn't King Lear, it's King Lee.
All right, so let's do some international stories here. And later this evening, the Europa League round of 32 matches will be played. And yesterday, remember that one match was played where Red Star Belgrade were held to a goalless drawn game by CSKA Moscow. And today at 4 p.m., FC Astana will be playing against Sporting Lisbon. And at 6 p.m., Borussia Dortmund will play against Atlanta. Ludogorets are playing against AC Milan. Marseille are playing against Praga. We've got Nice playing against Lokomotiv Moscow. Real Sociedad are playing against Salzburg. And we have Östersunds in Sweden playing against Arsenal, and Arsene Wenger says it's going to parade an experienced team in tonight's encounter.
We go into direct knockout, so of course the risk is higher, and we are ambitious in the competition as well. And yes, we are more experienced than before. I would have done that anyway, no matter what happens in the league. And we of course try to focus as well on the league, but I would have brought anyway an experienced team here.
Now, meanwhile, talking about the Östersunds team, Wenger says they're a good team, just that he's a little bit concerned about the sort of pitch they are going to play on later this evening.
They play very well. They play and as well, when I saw that we play against them, I of course was interested, and as well because I watched them play on tape, and they play very well. They play a very attractive game, so I think he has done a great job here, and he has been, of course, very influential in the way they play football, and I believe they play in a very intelligent way, in a very technical way, but is certainly suited as well to the pitch. In this kind of pitches you have to be very technical. All
right, so that's Arsene Wenger there for you. Those matches gone by will be played at 6 p.m. Now at 8:05 we have Sparta Moscow playing against Atletico Bilbao, AEK Athens are playing against Dynamo Kiev, Celtic against Zenit St. Petersburg, and we have Copenhagen playing against Atletico Madrid, Lyon against Villarreal, Partizan Belgrade against Victoria Pleasant, and we have Napoli playing against Rasenballsport Leipzig. Now yesterday Liverpool won 5-0 against Porto away from home, and Real Madrid defeated Paris Saint-Germain by 3-2. And Sadio Mane, who played for Liverpool, the Senegalese international, got 3 goals, and he's been speaking about the goals.
Yeah, honestly, It was not easy game, even we scored 5 goals, but the more important is to play as a team. We did it, and we played great football from the beginning until the end, and we create also many chances, and we score 5. I think well deserved today.
All right, so well deserved to that. Meanwhile, his coach Jurgen Klopp says the team were fantastic on the day.
Exactly as good as necessary. So at the end it was a high result, but I think everybody saw in the game, in all the moments when we were not as compact as we wanted to be, then Porto was immediately strong. And they had their moments. We scored fantastic goals in the right moment. Loved the first goal, counter-pressing situation there, and really spot on, come in front of the striker, wins the ball back. Of course then really fantastic strike, and Mo is there for the rebound. Third goal, outstanding.
Okay, all right, so that's Jurgen Klopp there for you. Now, meanwhile, there are reports that Alex Song has left his training stint at Arsenal to kick off trials with Real Betis in Spain. The ex-Ghana's midfielder was training back with the Premier League side after getting released by previous club Rubin Kazan. And still in England, Paul Pogba has demanded his role in the Manchester United team is changed after the French midfielder has struggled to play in his side's current system in recent weeks. And the 24-year-old was withdrawn in 2 of United's last 3 games, including 2 away defeats at Tottenham and Newcastle. And according to L'Equipe, Pogba has demanded to have his role changed, with his left side of a midfield 3 his preferred position. If Mourinho does alter his plans to accommodate Pogba and switch to a 4-3-3, which of the attacking players will be forced to drop out? That's the question we asking here today. But later on, just to remind you that our EPL coverage is coming to you kind courtesy Prestige Capital Limited, Tabia Herbal Capsules, and Rock Care Clinic Limited. All right, let's see what Ruben has for Drive Talk later this evening. Wow. My 45-year-old sister has been married twice in the last 20 years. So it means that she started getting married at age 25. Okay. Now, the first husband whom she married for 15 years has 2 children. And the second and current husband has 2 children from his previous marriage. My sister is pregnant, and she confessed to me that she slept with my fiancé when they met in my house in my absence. Oh. My sister is apologetic about the turn of events, but she's bent on keeping the pregnancy. I sympathize with her for not being able to have a child, but why should she have a baby with my fiancé? So it means that the one who sent this is a lady. Neither my parents nor my sister's husband is aware of the pregnancy. My family's reputation is at stake. Should I let the cat out of the bag? But I also don't want to see my sister give birth to that child. At the crossroads, don't know what to do. Please advise. As for this one, Ruben, Reverend Akwa will be the best person to deal with this. Me, as for this one, it's beyond me. I can't give any advice on this, because this one is just too complicated for DELALI ATIASE to answer. So I think the lady will need professional counsel. Yeah. Either Reverend Akwa, Councillor Lutrot, or those kind of people. They can give the best of advice. But people like me know this one is too much. Can you give advice on this?
We'll certainly fall on a counsellor later today.
Yeah, unless a counsellor, because this is seriously complicated.
It's right time on Love 99.5 FM. A very good afternoon to you and welcome.
Pack up your files in the office, turn off the computers, and step into a fun-filled drive with Ruben. Never question